Welcome back to the Bluffton News. As we head into an extremely important time for our country, it is important we all get out and vote. Here today to provide us with important information on voting is Scott Marshall from the Beaufort County Board of Elections and Registration. Scott, tell us a little bit about what voters should know before going to the polls on Election Day.
Well, first of all, they should know if they are properly registered to participate in the election. Voters must have been registered on or before October 6, 2012 in order to participate in the November 6, 2012 general election. They also should know where they go to vote. They can check their registration status, their precinct, and their polling locations online on our website at bcgov.net/vote.
Okay, because I do understand that while some precincts have changed, that doesn't necessarily affect where you vote.
That is absolutely correct. This is a very important election. This is the first election, not only is it a presidential election, but it's the first election that we are having with the new district lines in effect after the post-decennial redistricting process. So voters may be voting in the same locations, but they are likely voting maybe in different political districts than they're accustomed to.
Gotcha. Now, what do voters need to bring with them in order to vote?
Well, in order to vote, voters must bring one of three items to the polls to verify their identity. They have to bring either a voter registration card, a South Carolina driver's license, or another form of picture ID issued by the South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles.
Okay, and early voting. There's all kinds of conversation about early voting in South Carolina, and I have to say a fair amount of confusion. Can you help clear that up for us?
Absolutely. I would love to. I get asked that question very frequently, and the question is, when does early voting start? And the answer I always give is, we do not have early voting in South Carolina. We have absentee voting, both in person in one of our two precincts, either in Bluffton or in our Beaufort office, or we have absentee voting by mail, but we do not have early voting. In order to vote absentee, a voter must offer one of 17 different valid reasons under the law to vote absentee on their application for an absentee ballot.
And those range from being out of state to not being able to get out of work. I mean, there are very valid reasons. So it's important that if people think they can't get to the voting booth that day, they do have a way to vote. That
is absolutely correct. And among those 17 reasons, or if a voter is 65 years of age or older, you're eligible to vote absentee. And we have a large retiree population within the county. So our absentee numbers are pretty high. We're already over 7,000 absentee ballot requests in the county.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, Scott, thank you so much for being here and providing this very important information, and I will see you at the polls.
Sounds good. I will see you at the polls. Thank you very much.